Our story begins in the fading years of the 19th century, in the town of Isak, part of the vast Austro-Hungarian Empire. Here, a boy named Béla Kiss was born, his early life giving no hint of the monstrous legacy he would one day create. By the turn of the century, Béla Kiss had settled in Cinkota, then an independent village near Budapest. He worked as a tinsmith, a modest but honest trade, and built a reputation as a solid, respectable member of the community. This was his home. To his neighbors, Kiss was debt-free, reliable, and well-liked. But behind the walls of this ordinary house, a dark and secret life was taking shape. Kiss nurtured a deep interest in the occult and astrology. This hidden passion would become the bait in a deadly trap he was preparing. He began placing advertisements in newspaper marriage columns, presenting himself as a fortune teller and a lonely man seeking companionship. His words traveled across the country, reaching women who were often middle-aged, isolated, and vulnerable. Those who responded received letters summoning them to his home in Cinkota. They packed their belongings, hopeful for a new beginning, completely unaware they were walking into a predator's lair. One by one, they arrived. They entered his home, and they never left. Behind the respectable façade, Kiss carried out his grim work. He strangled his victims, drained their blood, and performed a macabre reservation. Their bodies were sealed inside large, airtight tin drums, which he filled with alcohol, a method that kept the horrifying evidence intact for years. Beyond the drums, Kiss maintained a secret, locked room. Inside, he kept the trophies and tools of his trade, a chilling archive of his crimes. When police later breached this room, they found piles of letters addressed to 74 different women, a photo album, and books detailing the use of poisons. Kiss had not only killed his victims, but had often swindled them out of their money first. The outbreak of the First World War in 1914 interrupted Kiss's grim routine. He was conscripted into the Austro-Hungarian army, leaving his house of horrors under the care of his housekeeper. After Kiss departed, his housekeeper, Mrs. Jacobek, grew suspicious. She likely noticed things that didn't add up: the strange drums, the locked rooms. Her unease would soon trigger the investigation. In May of 1916, the landlord decided to inspect the property. What he and the police discovered would shock the nation. They forced open the cellar and found the rows of metal drums. As they broke the seals, a horrendous stench filled the air. Inside, they made a ghastly discovery: perfectly preserved human corpses. The sight was unimaginable. Investigators counted at least 24 victims. 23 women and 1 man, each carefully stored like a specimen. Contemporary newspapers described Kiss as a precise collector, a chillingly clinical term for a murderer. The case exploded into the public consciousness. The monster of Cinkota was front-page news across Hungary. But there was one enormous problem. Béla Kiss was nowhere to be found. Detective Charles Nagy led the manhunt. He theorized that Kiss might still be alive, possibly even held as a prisoner of war. A nationwide alert was issued. but it yielded nothing. Then, a tip arrived. Kiss was reportedly recuperating in a Serbian hospital in October 1916. Investigators rushed to the location, full of hope that the chase was over. But they were too late. They found a hospital bed, but the patient was a deceased soldier. Kiss had vanished again. The rumor began to circulate. He had swapped identities with a dead man, a ghost escaping in plain sight. And so, the legend grew. Sightings of Béla Kiss were reported across Europe. A phantom moving through train stations and city streets, always one step ahead of justice. The most credible sighting came in 1932, an ocean away from Hungary. In the heart of New York City, a homicide detective named Henry Oswald was walking through Times Square. As Oswald later claimed, he saw a man emerge from the subway. Their eyes met for a fleeting second, Oswald was certain. It was Béla Kiss, older but unmistakable. Before Oswald could react, the man dissolved into the sea of people, vanishing once more. It was the last credible report of the man who had become a ghost. Béla Kiss was never seen again. His ultimate fate remains one of the great unsolved mysteries of true crime. Did he die anonymously somewhere? Or did he truly escape, his terrible secrets dying with him? The story of Béla Kiss is a chilling campfire tale made real. A reminder that sometimes the most terrifying mysteries are not paranormal, but horrifyingly human. What did you think of this story? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into the shadows, please like this video, subscribe to Black Pine Tales, and share it with fellow mystery lovers. Thanks for watching.